Hey, Kath, thanks for getting the celery for me. It's right over there.
This one?
That would be, that would be like that.
That's a lot of celery for a potato dish.
Yeah, you know, the stalks come out just sort of one size, so yeah.
There you go. All right.
We won't put it all in.
Celery for, what are we doing, potato salad?
That's from...
Gotcha, you don't even know what we're doing.
That's for Mom's potato salad.
Mom's potato salad?
Mom's potato salad. Okay, we're getting ready to prepare our potatoes for our potato salad. A lot of times I leave the skins on for a lot of different recipes, but for this particular potato salad, I like to take them off. I don't know about your garbage disposal, but ours does not like potato peel, so I've got a simple answer for that. One paper towel, throw it over the drain hole. First time you get your first potato wet, it's going to soften up that cloth and keep everything from going down. And then when you're done peeling, pull it all up, throw it away, you're done. So that's it. So we're all done peeling, and when you have that there, you have the bulk of it, and you can throw it right in the trash can. Pick up the extra couple little pieces that are left in the sink, and voila, no big deal. That'll do it. So we're getting ready to put our potatoes into the boiling water, and we've got a nice rolling boil right here. So I'm going to very carefully place my potatoes in here. So you don't want to burn yourself, don't let the boiling water splash up and hit you. Please be careful. But I have this size of a cut for each of the potatoes. They're evenly cut, and they're all going into boiling water right now. And we'll put the lid back on. Let them roll to a boil. It'll just take a couple minutes for that, and then I'm going to turn it down to low and let them cook through until they're tender.
Okay.
Hey, Kath, would you mind taking care of these eggs? I've got something else I got to do.
What am I doing?
You need to put the lid on the boiling eggs if they come to a hard boil.
Where's the... Oh, there it is.
Find the lid, and then turn the fire off and just let them sit there for 15 minutes. You might want to set that timer. Oh, perfect, thank you.
Save me!
That was so funny. Love it. That was great. You didn't turn it off all the way. So we're going to start getting our vegetables prepared that we're going to put into our potato salad. But first I want to give a little talk to you about some knife safety tips and how to keep your knife sharp but not taking your fingers out. So we'll start by using a Silpat. I don't know if you've seen these before, but it is made of a fabulous material. You can get it at any food store. And I put that on my counter for a specific reason. I'm going to grab a couple things while I'm here. Knife, sharpening stone. I put my wooden cutting board right on top of there, so when I'm moving, it stays still and doesn't slip around. I do not need my cutting board sliding around, giving me a chance to take my finger off. The other thing about cutting things is having a sharp knife. So I have a very lovely, lovely knife that I love, my chef knife. And I use this sharpener, and it doesn't actually put an edge on it, but the blade is thin, as you can imagine, and it gets little, as you cut things, it makes it uneven. So this, use it in this manner, will actually just straighten the very tip of the blade. So you bring it down at an angle, and there's a guard right there so you don't cut your fingers. But you go at an angle here and just bring it down. Go on the other side, bring it down. And when you get real down, you just go like that. And I say every other day, I just give that a quick run through, and I'm done. And that's what this thing is for. let's look at some onions. We're going to cut the onions. Now everybody has a different way to cut them, but I'm pretty standard on how I do mine because it just works for me. So I'm going to cut both ends off, give it a little slipper, a little slide through the skin there, so I can just pull this off evenly, the outer layer of the onion. We'll just do one right now. I'm going to cut it in half and put each one on its side, and keeping my fingers in so I don't cut them off, and hitting the edge of my knuckles so that I never get my fingers. You always have to think about what size you want. Now I'm cutting onions right now for the potato salad, and I don't want big old chunks of raw onion into every bite, so I'm going to cut it pretty small. So we're going to go down here about 1/4 inch across, and you just cut across this half of an onion. And then I'm going to turn it around, and then I'm going to take it down just like that. Look how easy that is. When you get to the end, just flip it over, finish it off. Very evenly, wonderfully chopped onions. Almost all the same size. Every once in a while, a couple little runaway pieces. There you have it. So I'm going to finish cutting my onions. I'll be right back. Now, every time I get done cutting things, I don't mess around with trying to scoop it up with my hands or whatever. I have one of these guys. You know, I don't even know what it's called, but you'll know it when you see it. It's that little flat edge scooper thing. And you do this, and you can move things without having any problem at all. It's just a handy dandy tool, and I don't cut anything without it. Here you go. And they are falling right off my paring knife. So, beautiful potatoes. Now you don't want to turn that fire out there. You do not want to get them too soggy, or you'll have a problem. Anyway, we'll go over to the sink and drain them, and we'll let our potatoes cool down. They're a little hot right now. Hot potato, cut.
Show me the lid on that pan.
Oh, this is my potato pan. And it locks into place by turning it. And it is very handy for pouring off water when you're doing something like this. But I make so many potatoes that I just call it my potato pan. So I'm not going to use that. Here, back. Right in here. And I wanted a wide bowl so they can kind of spread out and they'll cool down a little bit faster. So we'll just move them around a little bit. Give them a little space to cool down, separate them from each other. We're just going to put them to the side and come back to them later. Lengths. We get our celery sticks into manageable lengths. And then just one by one, I'm going to take each one, remember to keep your fingers out of the way, and we're going to cut it in 4. And what I'm really doing is building a whole pile of matchsticks, which you'll see in a minute will enable me to just zip, zip, zip right through them and cut them down to really small, manageable sizes. I don't like the look of that one. We'll just throw that out. Or that one. Okay. So remember too, when you're using your knife, you're not pointing. So if you're a pointer, if you do this thing, it's not the right way to hold your knife. Hold it by its grip and use your arm, and the knife becomes an extension of your arm. And if you think about that and think about your fingers staying in, you become an expert knife user.
Wielder, knife wielder.
I think there's a degree in knife wielding that you could get if you wanted to.
Ninja knife.
Here we are again. We've got it all prepped, and now it's just quick boom, just getting right through it. I'm only going slow because I'm camera shy and a little nervous for the first time in front of the camera. When I'm home alone, I kind of do it a lot faster. But that is why I keep Band-Aids here. Again, recall, handy dandy. So now we've had our potatoes cooling in this platter for a while, and we're just going to take them and cut them up in bite-sized pieces at about the size that you want in your potato salad. Everybody's different, but this is pretty much the way I do it. I have a habit of doing this in my hand. I've done it all my life, so please be careful if you're going to do it like this. Please be very careful. I do not want you to cut yourself, and I promise you I won't. But that's how I get evenly cut potatoes. So, just pushing down and stopping right when I feel my finger. That cannot be a good lesson. It can't be a good lesson. So maybe this is a don't do it like I do. Put it on a cutting board, cut them into even cubes, and then put it in. But hey, this is what I do every day, so I'm not going to fake it now. All right, so we finished cutting up all of our potatoes, all about the same size. They're sitting here, they're nice and cool. And we're just going to go around. I've assembled all this stuff to add to it. We're just going to go around. In the recipe on www.potatogirls.com, you'll have the exact measurements. But I'm going to eyeball this for the way I do it anyway. And we put plenty of mayonnaise in, I have to say. We don't skimp on the mayonnaise. We do put some French's mustard. You can certainly use Dijon or other types of mustard. But if you want my mom's potato salad, that's what we do. And if you take a look, you probably have about a good tablespoon of ketchup, and you have about 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise. We're going to put just a little bit of this sweet pickle relish in there. We don't like a lot, just a touch. We're going to put some hard-boiled eggs in. That would be 4 hard-boiled eggs. And we've got 3 stalks of celery and 1 nice good-sized onion that's all chopped up in there. I'm going to put some pepper. I'm looking at this right now thinking, I think we need a little bit more mayonnaise, but we'll see. We're going to salt it nicely, and let's stir it up and have it done. Now the other thing about potato salad, it's always better the next day. You can eat it right now as soon as we're done, or put it in the fridge, wrap it up, keep it nice and cold, and come back to it the second day. Try to fold this as much as you can. If you're stirring it and beating it up, you're going to break down the potato and kind of have a lumpy mashed potato with mustard in it. And that won't really work. Well, I think our mayonnaise amount is about right. When you finish stirring it the first time, you know, it'll be a certain consistency. When you put it in the refrigerator overnight, that mayonnaise will soak into the potatoes. So if you're going to put it in overnight, you might want to put a little extra mayonnaise. You'll see that it'll be perfect the next day, just a slight bit. We do need some more pepper. And we'll see about the salt when we taste it, which we're going to do right now. Just get a tasting spoon. My mom would be very proud of me. Now here we go. Plating it is an important part of the presentation of food. I like to plate it at my house whenever I'm serving anything. It's just a fun way to present it. And we're going to go ahead and plate the